Good evening, fellow Toastmasters.
Good evening.
There is no, let's quickly start the business session. There is no announcement from the acting president's side. However, there is announcement from the VP role takers for the next week. The following roles have been booked. One speech slot has been booked by Toastmaster Jyothi, one speech slot is booked by Toastmaster Aadishwar, and one speech slot is booked by Toastmaster Suresh. All the rest of the roles have been open. Please contact me at the earliest to book your roles for the upcoming meeting that is going to be held on 13th of October. Thank you, and I would like to ask the Sergeant to take over.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another Toastmasters meeting.
Good evening.
Does everyone know what the meaning of TGIF, what it stands for?
Thank God it's Friday.
Okay, excellent, yeah.
TGIF.
Thank God it's Friday.
TGIF.
Thank God
Thank God
it's Friday.
it's Friday.
It's an acronym that people use when they're happy on Fridays. It's also the name of a restaurant, I think. Anyway, there's another interpretation of this acronym. Thank God I'm flawed. And this has been coined by a very inspirational person, Radhika Gupta. She is currently the CEO of Edelweiss Mutual Fund. And at the age of 34, she was the youngest female CEO in India, and she's currently the only female CEO of an asset management company. Now, for her to say this, and if you have seen her face in the media, you might understand why she says this. She was born with a broken neck, and so if you've seen her photo, she has a permanent tilt to her neck and head. But despite these imperfections, she hasn't let it stop her from achieving these inspirational milestones. Now, being born with a broken neck, she could have let this stop her. She could have, chosen to hide these imperfections and sort of deny herself these opportunities. But instead, she has chosen to embrace her imperfections, her insecurities, her idiosyncrasies, to essentially make them an integral part of her identity. Now, talking about embracing imperfections, there is one person who, instead of hiding her insecurities, she has chosen to turn them into strengths. She's our acting president today, and she's also a Triple Crown winner, as well as the current vice president of education. Please join me in welcoming our acting president, Toastmaster Apoorva.
Thank you, Toastmaster Rachana, for that wonderful introduction. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters.
Good
evening.
Since I don't see any guests in the room, I would like to ask our acting secretary, Toastmaster Rachana, to read out the minutes of the previous meeting.
Here are the minutes of the meeting number 1336, held on the 29th of September 2025. The theme was Fake It Till You Make It. The word of the week, radiate. The business session started at 6:26 p.m. and was chaired by President Toastmaster Lata Nahar. In the business session, the following points were addressed. The President reminded everyone of membership renewals and that 30th September would be the last date. The regular meeting started at 6:28 p.m. The Sergeant at Arms Toastmaster Rachana Sridhar started the meeting with an introduction on the theme and handed the charge to the President. The Presidents opened the meeting, spoke on the theme, and introduced the Master of Ceremonies, Toastmaster Sakshi Gupta. The role takers of the day were the timer, Toastmaster Shreya, the accounter, Toastmaster Madhusudan, the PP Evaluator Toastmaster Darshan, and the Grammarian Toastmaster Ajay. The prepared speech session had two speakers, Toastmaster Deepa and Toastmaster Shuba. The table topic session was conducted by Toastmaster Gajendra and had 10 speakers. The general evaluation was conducted by Toastmaster Raja. The winners of the week were Best Prepared Speaker Toastmaster Deepa, Best Evaluator Toastmaster Shiva Prasad Sharma, Best Table Topic Speaker Toastmaster Shiva Prasad Sharma, Best Role Taker Toastmaster Ajay, and the Best Role Taker for MTG Toastmaster Raja. The meeting closed at 8:31 p.m. followed by the national anthem. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Rachana. Are there any amendments proposed for the minutes of the meeting? If not, I hereby accept minutes of the meeting number 1336 and open meeting number 1337. The theme, Embracing Imperfections, reminds me of a story that I once told my son. In a village, there lived a farmer. He had two pots, one blue pot and one green pot. Every single day, he tied the pots to a pole, carried it across the shoulder and went all the way to the river to fetch water. The blue pot was a perfect one. It had no flaws. While the green pot had a slight crack. And so, when the farmer returned home after collecting water, he had only half pot filled water in the green one. The blue pot, which was perfect, was filled with pride, while the green pot, which was cracked, was ashamed of itself. After years, the green pot finally spoke up to the farmer. I know I have been a disappointment to you and I am sorry about it. You put in so much effort daily to go all the way across the river and fetch water. Because of my imperfections, you are left with very little water. The farmer smiled and said, have you seen the flowers all along the way? Well, I planted those seeds so that you water them when I pass the route every single day. Thank you for not just giving me water, but making my journey beautiful. That's when the green pot realized that its imperfection turned out to be its greatest gift. It's time we stop chasing perfection. Instead, we should look beyond imperfection, and that is when we realize the true beauty of life. Just like the mother of Sir Thomas Edison, who decided to look beyond her son's flaws. When his teachers and the world saw only his imperfections and called him slow, his mother was behind him. She supported him. When he was kicked out of school, she, who was a former teacher, took upon her the responsibility to school him and decided to homeschool him. Sir Thomas Edison grew up with the same outlook. Hence, when he failed not once, not 10 times, but 1,000 times during the invention of the electric bulb, he didn't give up. He didn't look at the imperfections in the failures. Instead, he thought it was all in the process. When a reporter asked him how he felt when he failed 1,000 times, he replied, I didn't fail 1,000 times. I believe my invention of the electric bulb had 1,000 steps involved in it. Fellow Toastmasters, let's remember that perfection is not the goal. Progress is. Let's remember to embrace imperfections. That's when we realize and see the true beauty of our lives. On that note, I would like to call upon someone who has given this wonderful theme for the evening. She is a graphic designer currently working at Social Alpha. She has a master's degree in visual communication. She enjoys reading books. Watching movies and TV shows is a favorite pastime. Her hobbies include playing guitar. She is someone who has played a major role in designing our beautiful newsletter that was released the previous week. With a thunderous round of applause, please join your hands in welcoming the Toastmasters of the day, Toastmaster Shuba Subramaniam.
Thank you for that wonderful introduction, Toastmaster Apoorva. A very good evening, fellow Toastmasters.
Good evening.
Earlier this year, a very close friend in a trio of friends got married. The wedding was in Madurai, and this was my first destination wedding without family. The two of us were excited for this trip, but we were anxious about one thing. None of us had draped a sari by ourselves with no help. Through all the school and college graduations, our mothers draped it for us, and we had the luxury to complain. Oh, the pleats are looking so weird. The pallu is standing up like this. But this time, we were by ourselves. And although we tried to practice, we were nowhere close to mastering it. It was time for the day of the wedding. And like most South Indian weddings, the function started at 8 a.m. in the morning. So we woke up at 5 a.m. and started getting ready. After 2 harrowing hours of trial and error, we walked out confidently. We were waiting with some other relatives for the transport to take us to the hall. There was this one lady who looked at my friend and said, "Hey, your pallu is looking ulta." She smiled at her and said, "I know, auntie. I know." The same lady looked at me and said, "Your chain is on backwards." And I said, "I know. It's okay." While there might have been 100 other imperfections entangled with all the pins that she couldn't see, keeping it all together, we had far exceeded our expectations. We draped our saris to the best of our abilities, and that's all that mattered. The imperfections didn't matter anymore. Now, we grow up seeing a lot in the media. Flawless makeup looks, chiseled bodies, finely cut lawns and bushes, minimal and neatly arranged furniture. And then we look at ourselves and we feel the gap, we feel this distance from some set standard. But who really sets these rigid standards? We do. We have no one else to blame. And that paralyzes us from attempting things because we're scared to be judged by being imperfect. And it's much easier to dismiss something and say, "Oh, it's not for us." We can't sit with that uncomfortable feeling. One of my teachers in design college told us once, find dried up leaves in your area and bring it to class tomorrow. We were confused, what dried up leaves? We brought it to class and she told us to look at the leaves and simply paint them. They were brown and yellow and dull. But the roughness, the wrinkles somehow gave it character. We started seeing the beauty in those imperfections. This is how she introduced to us the Japanese philosophy of wabi-sabi, which embraces the qualities of imperfection, asymmetry, and impermanence. She told us to simply put brush to paper and do. No need to look online, look anywhere to set a standard. There was no right or wrong, just us and our leaves. And while painting them, it was such a liberating feeling. The acceptance of the uneven edges on the leaves and the acceptance of our own imperfect selves seeing beauty in just the way they are. Just like this class, there was one notable person who created an encouraging environment for people to open up, embrace their imperfect selves, and improve their communication skills. This is none other than Ralph C. Smedley, the founder of Toastmasters. He set up the first club in Santa Ana, California in the year 1924, and it has grown over the years with over 300,000 members in over 15,000 clubs across 149 countries today. And people have learned leadership skills and communication skills and improved time and again. And that's the reason all of us are sitting here in this room. Now, although there are no guests in the room, I'll still go ahead and tell you all a typical Toastmaster meeting consists of 3 sessions. First, the prepared speech session, where speakers have time to write down a speech, prepare it, and then come deliver it. The second session is the table topic session, where the table topic master will have a set of topics and call anyone at random for them to come and give their response. It's impromptu. And the third session is the general evaluation session, where all our imperfections may come out, but it is a non-judgmental space for us to improve and grow. Next, I would like to introduce you all to the TAPG team. To ensure that the meeting goes smoothly, we have a group of role takers. Let's start first with the timer, Toastmaster Aadishwar.
Good evening, Madam Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters. As a timer, I will keep track of the time for table topic speeches, evaluation, and prepared speeches, and signal speeches with green, yellow, and red cards respectively. Table topics, allotted time is 2 minutes. 1 minute I'll show the green card, 1 minute 30-second yellow card, and a 2 minutes red card. Evaluation time is 2 to 3 minutes. At 2 minutes I'll show the green card, 2.5 minutes yellow card, and 3 minutes red card. And we have one prepared speech. Prepared speech time.
18 to 22 minutes.
18 to 22 minutes. So accordingly, I'll show the cards. I'll give my report at the general election.
Thank you. Next, can we have the counter, Toastmaster Ujwal.
Namaste, fellow Toastmasters. As the counter for today, I will be making note of the ahs, ums, the crutch words and repetitive words, and the inappropriate pauses that are used by the speaker when on the stage. And when called upon by the general evaluator, I will give my report. Thank you.
Next, the PPE, Toastmaster Deepa.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters. Being a PPE evaluator, I would request everyone to keep your phones on silent mode and refrain speaking about sex, religion, and politics, and avoid crosstalks, and only enter and exit during applause. And let's keep this session vivacious and respectful. Thank you.
And finally, we have the Grammarian, Toastmaster Sachin.
Good evening, everyone. So I'll be the grammarian for today. So as a grammarian, I will observe the language use of each and every person in the room while speaking. Also, I will make a note of some of the good usages which could be thoughts, quotes, things like that. And also I'll be observing some of the not so good usages. So coming to the word of the day, it is vivacious, meaning full of life, energy and enthusiasm. To use it in a sentence, her vivacious personality lights up every meeting. So I encourage every one of you to use the word of the day. So I'll give my report at the end of the day. So I hope for a vivacious meeting. Thank you.
Thank you to all the role takers. Now I think we can dive right into the first session, the prepared speech session. We have one prepared speech for today. Before I introduce the speaker, I'd like to introduce the evaluator to read out the project guidelines. Distinguished Toastmaster U Bhat.
Madam Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, this is a level 5 project. It is an elective. The project is prepared to speak professionally. Time allowed, timer note 18 to 22 minutes. Maybe you can tell about 18 minutes, 20 minutes, 22 minutes will be appropriate for green, yellow and red. The notes to the purpose of this project is for the member to practice developing and presenting a longer speech. The member completing this project has been working to build the skills necessary to engage an audience for an extended period of time. About this speech, the member will deliver an engaging keynote style speech. The speech may be humorous, informational or any style the member chooses. The member should demonstrate excellent presentation skills and deliver compelling content. The speech is not a report on the content of the Prepare to Speak Professionally project. All the best to the speaker and back to Madam.
The speaker for today is a multidisciplinary dentist who's been in the field for 24 years. He has published a book on root canal treatment worldwide, and he is the owner of ARS Dental, a chain of dental clinics. He also runs a super specialty implant center and dental academy at Mumbai and Bangalore. With a huge round of applause, with the speech title, The Gateway to Health, the Doorway to True Leadership, please join me in welcoming Toastmaster Dr. Pasha.
Let me ask you a simple question. Why are we all gathered here this evening?
Become proficient speakers.
Good. What does this great platform Toastmaster International really give us?
Confidence.
Good. This place gives us safe, supportive, encouraging and positive environment to learn. My next question to you, why learn? What is the real point in learning? What is the use? Why learn?
Knowledge, build knowledge.
Yes,
Go on.
super. To earn.
To make money.
Yes, super. Once Warren Buffett said, the more you learn, the more you earn. But I believe in something even more powerful, something even Mr. Buffett would nod and love. The more you learn, the more you lead. Learning creates leadership, and the greatest leadership is not about leading nations, not about leading communities, not about leading companies or organizations. The greatest leadership is about leading yourself. The only leadership last forever is self-leadership. Because in the end, the only power truly worth having is self-power. If you stay till the very end of my speech, I promise you will discover the true starting point of leadership. Good evening, fellow learners, dreamers, leaders in the making, and my evaluator for today's meeting, respected DTM U Bhat, sir. Let me begin with a simple yet profound question. What is life?
Life is a journey.
Life is breath, the air that keeps us alive. Life is words, bridge of our connections. Life is food, the fuel that makes us moving. Life is emotions, the heartbeat of our relationships. My second question to you, where does life truly begin? Where does life really begin?
In thoughts.
Very good. In thought. Any idea?
There's one.
This may be right.
With the first breath. Life begins in water.
The answer may surprise you. Before I answer that, let me share a few clues with you, some stories with you. A 17-year girl, Asha, once walked into my clinic. Her chin was down, shoulders lowered. Her hair covered most of her face. When she spoke, she whispered and immediately covered her mouth. Why? Because she had been bullied for her smile. Bullied for her smile so much that she had forgotten how to be herself. Not just physically, but socially, emotionally, and even spiritually. We started her treatment. Slowly, her bite improved. Her face opened up. Was lifted. And with each session, so did her confidence, her energy, her voice. Months later, her mother sent me a photo. Asha was on stage, standing proudly, holding a Tibet trophy and smiling from ear to ear. Her face, vivacious with joy. That day I realized I didn't just fix teeth, I helped restore a life. Months later, a 42-year-old woman, diabetic woman, Mariam Mabis, walked into my clinic with her confidence broken. Her body was tired, face fatigued, head was down, eyes were dull, posture down. She could not chew even the simplest food. Upon examination, we found advanced periodontal infection. Periodontium is a soft gum which anchors and covers the root of the tooth, which holds the tooth, which got severely infected and her teeth became loose and unsavageable. We removed all of them, then we rehabilitate her with complete prosthesis. The transformation was breathtaking. Her smile returned, her looks improved, her posture lifted. She didn't just look better, She was vivacious. She felt alive again. And once more, I realized I didn't just fix teeth. I helped her restore dignity. I helped her restore life. See friends, dentists, we don't just fill cavities. We feel confidence. We feel hope. We restore dignity. My realization, after countless such moments across my 24 years of practice, I discovered something profound. That discovery answers my second question. Now, can anyone recall what that question was? Second
Where does
question.
life begin?
Super. Very good. Where does life truly begin? Yes. We think life begins in the mind. We think life begins at the heart. As Madam said, some say life begins in the gut. We are taught to believe life begins in the womb, but no. Life does not begin at the heart, not in the mind, not in the gut, not even in the womb. Life begins at the mouth. Why? Because mouth is the gateway, entry point for air, food, words, emotion, and for life itself. Mouth is where air enters. It is where food nourishes. It is where words born. It is where emotions are expressed. Mouth is where life itself first reveals its presence. But despite its power, sadly, it is the most ignored part of human body. Let me ask you honestly, how many of you missed a dental checkup in the last year? I can see the eyes of you. You confess it publicly. I didn't even use lie detector. Don't worry, I'm not judging. I'm silently making notes. Why I speak all this with such conviction? Because here is the reality. We service our car engines every 6 months. But the engine of our body, we wait until it's breakdown. We even buy insurance for our smartphones. When it comes to our teeth, our mentality, if it doesn't hurt, it must be fine. That is not healthcare, my dear friends. That is hope. Here is the catch. When your phone breaks, you can always upgrade to new iPhone Pro 15. When your teeth breaks, sorry, you can't upgrade to IT Pro. Why I speak with such conviction? As a doctor, I have spent years transforming lives. Not through major surgeries or powerful pills, but through something simple, the mouth. I have seen shy teenagers become confident adults just from a corrected smile. I have watched exhausted faces light up again just by fixing a bite. I have witnessed a patient who didn't just look better, they felt alive again. This isn't just cosmetic. It is biological, it is emotional, it is transformation. When we heal the mouth, we often heal how a person feels about themselves. That changes everything. Let me share a painful truth. Health versus wealth paradox. We sacrifice our health to gain wealth. Then we spend that wealth trying to regain our health. And often, the first area we compromise is our mouth. Silent, overlooked, but absolutely critical. The most hidden power, think about it. We speak through it, we eat through it, we breathe through it. Digestion, energy, stamina, self-image, sleep, all begin at the mouth. The body's first interaction with the world starts here. When your mouth is in poor condition, inflamed, infected, or ignored, your entire system suffers. This isn't just dental, it's cardiovascular, it is neurological, it is emotional. Then why do people ignore it? Because of two reasons. One, seeing is believing. We don't see our teeth or gums degrading. After all, they place it inside. We assume we are fine. But if your finger bleeds, you panic. If your gum bleeds, nothing, you ignore. We ignore what we can't see. Circumcision. Yes. We ignore what we can't see. Feeling is trusting. Feeling is trusting. Two decay gum diseases are silent at first. They don't scream, they whisper. No pain, no urgency. But by the time they hurt, the damage is already done. Tooth decay or gum diseases are like that quiet relative at a wedding. You don't notice them at first, until suddenly they are the ones eating most of the biryani. Here is the truth. Prevention is power. Ripple effect. Neglecting dental health isn't just about cavities. It affects energy. Inflamed gum constantly stresses the body. Stamina. Draining gum, bleeding gums continuously drain the body. Immunity. Oral infections persistently weakens body's defenses. Just a week ago, a famous advocate, Manjunath Ranganathan, walked into my clinic complaining of generalized weakness, bleeding gums, constant fatigue, and a deep tiredness that no amount of sleep could fix. Upon examination, we discovered the real culprit. An unnoticed chronic gum infection, silently draining his energy, his stamina, his immunity, and sabotaging his health from inside. We performed simple scaling. No powerful pills, no injections, no major surgeries. We did simple cleaning to drain his infection. A week later, he returned more vivacious than ever, energized, radiant, vital, active, alive again. Neglecting dental health also affects sleep. Poor alignment of teeth affects breathing and disrupt rest. Speech. Your mouth shapes the voice of your personality. Smile. Your confidence shaped by your smile. Mental health. Low self-esteem shame often begin with how we present ourselves. Recent research links heart attacks, strokes, weight gain, Alzheimer's, memory loss, even hair loss too, poor oral health as a delayed stress-related consequences. So, oral health isn't a small topic. It is the centerpiece of total well-being. What is the solution? Solution is very simple. Practicing small daily habits with high returns. What I call lead with smiles. S for L for limit sugar. E for eliminate tobacco, alcohol. Deep breathe. Drink enough water. Stay hydrated. Move your body. Do yoga, exercise, jogging. Like this. Manage your stress. She is drinking good man. Manage your stress. All these help to maintain our natural defense of mouth. What is our natural defense of our mouth? Back to 7th standard is gland.
Saliva.
Super, very good for that. And saliva. All this helps to maintain our saliva strong and optimum. Also, breast like your brain depends on it. Flask like your heart depends on it. Eat like your body deserves love. Visit to a multidisciplinary dentist like your life depends on it. This is true leadership. A reflection of your self-worth. Leadership starts with self-care and good health. Today, we embrace all our imperfection. I think we will follow these habits. We inculcate our habits and our daily practice, and we try to improve our health. So, let me leave you with this. We often wait until something hurts before we care. But why take the action before it breaks down? I ask you today, care for your mouth. Talk about it. Teach it to your children, to your communities. Protect it like it protects your life. Because when your mouth is healthy, your body is stronger. When your mouth is healthy, your confidence shines. When your mouth is healthy, your mind is clearer. When your mouth is healthy, your life goes forward. Because truly, life begins at where? Life begins at the mouth, the forgotten gateway to health and the doorway to true leadership.
Thank you for that vivacious speech, Toastmaster Dr. Pasha. Now, moving on to the second session, the table topic session, where you can be as imperfect as you can be and say whatever comes to your mind. Of course, keeping in mind what the PBE has instructed earlier in this meeting. The table topic master for today is an electrical engineer turned entrepreneur and director of Syscon Instruments, which was founded in 1976. Apart from work, he is passionate about environmental protection and greening. He aims to bridge the digital divide between urban and rural communities. Every time he is called upon for a table topic to give a response, he always has the most power-packed responses. Today, he is on the other side. Please join me in welcoming Toastmaster Veerabhadrappa.
ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. She has called me to conduct the table topic session. Can anybody tell me why the table topic name has come and how it has come?
Everyone was sitting at the table.
Just now we spoke of the mouth and other things. Say, when I met our respected sir, come, let us sit across the table and talk. So that is how the table topic has come, which is mainly to communicate each other and to exchange all our problems in life. There is a saying, ನುಡಿದರೆ ಮುತ್ತಿನ ಹಾರದಂತಿರಬೇಕು, ನುಡಿದರೆ ಮುತ್ತಿನ ಹಾರದಂತಿರಬೇಕು, ನುಡಿದರೆ ಮಾಣಿಕ್ಯದ ದೀಪ್ತಿಯಂತಿರಬೇಕು, ನುಡಿದರೆ ಲಿಂಗ ಮೆಚ್ಚಿ ಔದಗದೆನಬೇಕು, ನುಡಿಯೊಳಗಾಗಿ ನಡೆಯದಿದ್ದರೆ ಕೂಡಲ ಸಂಗಮನೆಂತೊರುವನಯ್ಯ. A beautiful one. The way you speak tells about what you are, how you are, and what you are adjusting. I will give you a small incident where this good talk and table topic helped me to overcome some problem which I faced. I was caught by the police. You know why the police? When you know the occasions when the police will be caught us.
Break the
You have to correct money.
Can anybody tell me what are the reasons why the police will cut us?
Lots of cash.
No helmet.
So
Break the rules.
I think I don't want to reveal why it was caught there. I was in a vehicle. I wanted to go urgently. Police people caught me and said I will not leave the vehicle. I have to go. There was an urgent emergency call for me. Then I said, shall I speak to the higher officer? What you will speak? He will not leave you. Sir, kindly permit me, I will go and meet the inspector. Then, okay. I went to the inspector and said, sir, tomorrow time, whatever the time you give me, whatever the place you tell me, I will come and see you, sir. Oh, do you think you are an honest man? Yes, sir, I am an honest man. Yes, sir, I am an honest man. How do you ensure me that you will present whatever the time I have given and the place I have given? Sir, if I don't come, think I am dead. If I don't come, think I am. That made me, he allowed me to go with the vehicle and proceeded with my test. So the talking is more powerful. Moreover, when you talk at the right time, at the right moment, which gives you enjoyment and success. So this is how we are going to practice about the table topic section. I have a lot of subjects. I will call one by one. Please come here. And if you find it too difficult on that one, you can ask the other one. That provision is also there. I hope Sam will agree with that.
No problem.
No problem. Thank you very much. Because I being an industrialist, all my table topics are based towards that one only. So shall we begin this topic?
Yes.
Thank you very much. First call goes to Ratna. Explain the value of networking in the digital age. Explain the value of networking in the digital age.
Thank you, Table Topic Master. Networking. That is one of the words I hate most, only next to taxes and other things. But I have come to appreciate the importance and value of networking through failing multiple times at it. So I guess that's keeping with the theme of embracing your imperfections and your failures. And you know, I'm a millennial. I'm still not. I still don't get the whole. You know, I talk to someone on the phone and convince them of something or persuade them of something. I need to talk to them face to face. I'm not into texting and you know trying to ask someone something. I'm really someone who needs to talk to them face to face. And so, you know, that and my personal experience has really convinced me that networking is a much needed evil. I'm trying to progress past that, but as of now, I think it's very necessary. And if you can do it, if you can enjoy it, then all the better. Back to you.
The second topic goes to Toastmaster Prabhakara. What do you think the workplace of 2040 will look like? What do you think the workplace of 2040 will look like?
Mr. Table Topic Master, you can be seated, sir. I'm nervous when you are standing next to me. Mr. Table Topic Master, fellow Toastmasters, and welcome guests. What will be the future, like 2040, office look like? Definitely, it will not be physical like this, the way Mecon works or any office works. Because today, AI is going to take over, and it's already happening. Perhaps you will be at home, or you will be on the run. Maybe you are not even working. This is the scenario. For some reason, that AI is going to command as to what you should do or you should not do also. So, those who are interested, very interested and inclined to work only will come to set up the AI, repair the AI, data centers and things like that. And those who are not interested, they need not have to come to the office. They'll be paid for whatever reason to live. The amount of money, the kind of thing. You may not agree with me, but that is the way the future is thought about. A thought leader in New York, Hannah Arendt, she says that future will be only individual level, it's PPT, not PPT PowerPoint presentation, it is play, party and think. You will be gathering together, have discussion, what will be the happening, what will happen in future and things like that, you will discuss. Play, maybe you will play tennis, golf or gilli danda and what's like that. And play part, evening you party or daytime itself you party because money, everything is given free because robotics is going to take over. What exactly is going to happen in robotics is already visible in one Manchester or Liverpool place in agricultural field. It's called hands-free hectare. It's available in Google, you can go through that. Hands-free hectare. Agriculture is the most intensive place where things happen. And there is no farmer. They grew barley without intervention of human beings to the point they prepared beer and sold it also. So that is future for you, and the future is bright. You'll all enjoy. There is no work, nothing to think about. Life-work balance concept, that protest that is going on today, it will not exist. Over to table topic master.
The third topic goes to Mr. Toastmaster Bhatt. What is the unconventional skill every person should master? What is an unconventional skill every person should master?
Mr. Table Topic Master, fellow Toastmasters and welcome guests. What is the unconventional skill? First of all, we'll have to define what is conventional, what is unconventional. Because when you talk of skill sets, what we need for maybe tomorrow, as Prabhakara dealt with regarding the future 20 years hence, And what is the unconventional skill? What unconventional skill is what I feel, understand from the tabletop master is something probably people are not really bothered or about taking care of it. I think that's what I feel. That's what I understand. Let me think of what is the unconventional skill. The first thing is the only thing what require for all of us to survive in this world, the skill or unconventional or conventional skill or whatever you want to accept things what it comes to you. That is what one skill many of us lack in our lives. We struggle with life, we struggle with what we get, we don't get, whatever it is. We make our lives miserable. So one skill probably where you should concentrate is try to take things as they come to you. Accept with all the grace and happiness and be contented in life, whether it's for good or bad or whatever. Ultimately, you have to accept things as they are. And this skill probably is one skill which will keep us in good stead in our life in all time to come. Probably this is one thing which makes many of our lives miserable, rather the lives of many people around miserable, because we have got too many expectations from us and we felt miserable, we make our life miserable by ourselves. That is possible, that is happening because we are not prepared to accept the things as they are and then try to go from there what we can do. So that is probably one skill we will have to work through for everybody for that matter. We need to develop that skill so that survival in this difficult world with all these problems and complexities becomes easier for us. That's my take on that.
Very beautiful and practical example Mr. Bhatt has given. We need to practice that one. To cite an example, my wife doesn't like I speaking to any of the beautiful girls. What should I do? Shall I quarrel? Shall I divorce? What should I do, my dear friends? I accepted as now very happy, no problem. Accept as. Accept as. Now we go to the next topic. This topic goes to Deepa. Describe a mentor. Describe mentor who made a difference in your life and why. Describe a mentor who made a difference in your life and why.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters. And to talk about my mentor, probably after my finishing my graduation, and I started my career with Mining Material Movements, the company called. It was into buggy manufacturing. I started my career as a designer, and then I wanted to move to sales department because somewhere I felt sales was very lucrative because people dress up very well, they talk with full smile. It was like so much of love for me to get into a sales. Then I started my journey with sales. Sales, until I started, I was thinking it was very lucrative, it is very easy and very easy to understand people. System understanding is very difficult, people understanding is very easy, and I don't need to use much brain. So that's what I felt, and that's why I shifted my career to sales. And then I had one mentor called Manisha. She's from Mumbai. She was perfection salesperson. She had 30 plus years of experience. Now you can imagine the kind of perfect things, the calling or the way that she carried herself or the kind of knowledge she carried. It's like tremendous. Imagine I joined as a very fresher into a sales under her guidance. For everything, right, she want perfectionist. For me it was very, even I don't think so I have done even my cold call at the initial stage. My cold call was hello, hi, with no experience, not much. I used to call, hello, good morning, how are you, my name is Deepa, I'm calling from, are you looking for work? And for me she was very tough on boss. She was always guided me. She said, no, I want confidence. She made me rehearsal 50 times to do my first call. For my first call, that was the perfection she wanted. And somewhere I felt she has like guided me and she is my mentor. Today I am standing here with 10 plus years of experience only because of her in sales, and I am very successful salesperson, I could say now. So thanks to Manisha, and thank you so much.
Tell me, my dear friends, where there are no risks. Tell me, my dear friends, where there are no leaks. If you eat in a restaurant, there is a risk. If you walk on the road, there is a risk. If you marry a girl, there is a risk of breaking your heart. So tell me, my dear friend, where there are no risks. This coming topic goes to Dr. Pasha. How should a person approach? How should a person approach risk-taking when starting their careers? I will repeat once again. How should a person approach risk-taking when starting their career? Before child is born, doctor tries very much to make her to weep and keeps on tapping this so that life starts from the mouth.
To me, no risk, no life. Because without risk, no growth, no progress. What is the meaning of life without progress? Life is meant for progress, growth, and making an impact on humanity. If you don't get all this, then what is the point of life? I don't know. So no risk, no life. Where there is a risk, there is growth. So, how to take risk? So take my example. So I am born and brought up in village. There were no schools, no these things. So I learned my alphabets when I was in 6th standard. So I studied all my education till second PU through Kannada medium. Recently I started learning English. When I joined BDS, then I started learning English. So many of my friends, relatives, community friends, everyone, neighbors, everyone told me, you don't know ABCD, but you don't have a language problem. How can you pass and get through that tough exam, that BDS, Bachelor of Dental Surgery? But we are from middle class, but the thing is, I took that risk. We have to sell our land for my BDS education. So I took that risk. Now I am standing in front of you all as a multi-specialty, multidisciplinary dentist. I learned my speech by saying, no risk, no risk. Thank you so much.
Friends, you all agree with me. The way in which you look into a problem is a problem. If I say this man is bad, he is bad. So the way in which you look into a problem is a problem. Problems generated over a time cannot be solved at the same level of thinking. Problems generated over a time cannot be solved at the same level of thinking. You have to think in a different way. The coming subject is like this one. If you had to start a company right now, what problems would you have to solve? Or in what way you have to think? If you want to start a company, what problems you will come across and how do you solve it? This topic goes to Rahul, Toastmaster Rahul.
Happy evening, fellow Toastmasters.
Happy evening.
The solution is very simple to this. Yet, in problem lies opportunity. Without problem, no opportunity. If no opportunity, no gain, no life. So, it is very simple. If I want to take an example of life, yesterday I was watching one reel. How does a butterfly come out of its shell or cocoon? What is it called? It has to go with that train and problem of breaking it all across. For a person to make money, he has multiple options. They think business is one simpler option and come to it. At the end, very simple. You will be valued, be it monetary, non-monetary, by how much impact you create on that person's or on person's life. And creating that impact is just solving what it hurts. There is a popular saying, to be rich, you have to solve a problem of richer. Very simple. If a person is having a Labrador or something of 2 lakh rupees, he is not having time. You take that dog for a walk and he'll pay you 30k, 40k aram se per. You need not waste your eyes sitting in front of computer and typing and all. So, answer is very simple. Look into problems, look at them as an opportunity. Look AI as an opportunity. How can I imbibe that in my today's culture? When AI comes, people have threat that it will take away my job. No, that is not the way. It won't replace you 100%, but it will replace you 60%. 40% still humans are required. Polish those skills, execute it, and be master of that. That's the way forward, and that's how I look at the business as on today. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Success comes to the doers, not to an observer. Success comes to the doers, not to an observer. The horse that pulls cannot kick. The horse that kicks cannot pull it. So the coming topic goes to, Jyothi, Toastmaster Jyothi. How do you define success at this age of your life? How do you define success at this age of your life?
Good evening, Toastmasters and guests. I think success at any point of our life is depends on how much smile do we have within us, with us. Success is not all the time about making money or having a designation. It is about the resilience that one can have within themselves to face this situation, and by facing this situation, it is more about how we interact with people. I think life has taught me to be successful, and I have been a very successful person because I have stood in front of I could say, the pit of life, look at it in its eye and said that I can overcome and fly, cross the pit with a smile, and with people helping me to do that. And I think the more the people I have in my life, the more the smile I have given to the people, they have returned me, and that is the success I think that makes a person. It's not the designation or the money that we have with us. Thank you, and back to you.
The way you spend the time is the result of the way you respect the time. The way you spend the time is the result of the way you respect the time. The coming topic goes to Mr. Das. Talk about a time when good communication helped resolve issue. Talk about a time when good communication helped resolve issue.
Toastmaster. Yes, we apologize for not being there for quite some time. Okay. So the Earth was formed around 4.5 billion years ago, and ever since then, starting from a tiny mitochondria or the atom, we can say, there is a host of life which existed on Earth, and the man is barely 10,000 years old.
the mankind, the human, the Homo sapiens that we say. And if you look at the time lapse of this 4.5 billion years, this 10,000 years is a tiny blip in the entire life of the earth. And in that context, every aspect of the nature is vivacious except the human being. The snake does not worry because it cannot fly. The fish does not worry because it cannot climb. It is only the human beings who are worried and who are not able to embrace their imperfections. And it is only humankind which needs a solution to this aspect. So when we say, what is embracing imperfection? Embracing imperfection is, many of us have told here, accepting you, your others and the life as the way it is, and ensuring that you are always on the growth path without being judgmental. So it's very important, because if you embrace that imperfection, if you see a crack, a light falls only on the crack. So it is very important that to celebrate that important aspect of your imperfection, the light falls only on the crack. Okay. So being imperfection or being vulnerable is one of the best thing that a man can do to effectively communicate and get the things done. And it is one of the important aspects. So being vulnerable, why it is that people are able to connect with others, it is not effective communication. It is being vulnerable with you. If you start dropping your guard, people will instantly start liking you. It is not, you don't come up with a beautiful prepared speech for practicing for 10 hours. No, you start dropping your guard, and then immediately the results will follow. I can give you for certain examples. As the best example, I will start with Veerabhadrappa sir. The moment, first time I was entering the Toastmasters club, and when I heard him say Namaskara Ellargu, it was a goosebump moment for me. What an electrifying connection he had when he had that word. He did not even say a single word, but Namaskara Ellargu was such an electrifying experience. Same thing, even when you are connecting, I was hearing one speech by Nirmala Sitharaman. It was about a serious technical discussion on the budget presentation and all. What she told was, after a heavy afternoon lunch, I feel like sleeping. It instantly made that connection, and then we were able to start absorbing things which she was able to present. Similarly, whenever there is a vulnerability you express, instantly you will be able to make a connection, and instantly you will be able to get the things that are done. I'll end it on last anecdote, I would say. So I was meeting my landlord, and he was about to raise this after 10 months of, I was about to meet a prospective owner. I liked the house, but I was not able to pay that much of rent to the owner. So I could have said, no, I cannot pay this much. All that I can say, and the deal could have broken. What I said is that the house is really beautiful. I really like the house. I really wanted to stay in this house. But if you can at least drop your rent by so and so, I will be very grateful, and I will be able to make this as my home. Hearing this, definitely the landlord was able to reduce the rent, and I was able to get it. So any beautiful conversations can be handled successfully only when you drop your guard, when you ensure that you are vulnerable. The other person also feels the same connection, and you are able to connect with him, not effective speeches. This is the beautiful, embracing imperfection is one of the beautiful themes that I have got to speak and connect with what Veerabhadrappa sir gave me. Thank you.
What are the two things required for our happy life? What are the two things that are required, are absolutely required for our happy life? Can anybody answer this?
People and money. Food.
Pardon?
People and money. Food.
Yeah, it's health and roka. If you have a good health and more money, you can be a happiest person on this world. Am I correct? Yes. Now the topic is related on wellness and health this thing. This topic goes to Ujwal. Discuss wellness routine that has worked well for you. Discuss wellness routine that has worked for you.
In today's world, we see a lot of health stuff flying around in the internet. Saying, morning you do this, evening you do that, let's go to the gym in the evening. The moment I reached high school, I took it upon myself to monitor my own health. From there is where my journey began. With lots of experimentation, I understood that the method that was followed long ago, as mentioned in our Ayurveda, Gerada Samhita, and a lot of other texts, is something that naturally follows and fits into our routine. And when I tried it, starting the day off by waking up early, and early for me back then meant 4:30. Today as I'm working, it means 6:30. It is still flexible. And then follow it by a little bit of yoga, exercise, stretching. Follow on with your day. Follow the yoga sutras. And then follow your meals as in how the Ayurveda prescribes. 3 meals a day, no extra snacking. Means no calories, no fat, nothing you have to worry about. Sleep at the right time in the night. These are the simple routines that I got into my life from Ayurveda, from Yoga Sutras. And these simple things have today led me to lead a life where I don't have to worry about my health and I don't have to visit the doctor even 2 times a year. And that, my fellow Toastmasters, is something I believe you can implement in bits and pieces in your lives and see the change for yourselves. I hope you're all ready to see that change if you implement this in yourselves. Thank you, and back.
Communication and leadership are the qualities that we are learning in Toastmasters this thing. This topic goes to the guest. I think one guest has come. Am I correct? Sir, your name? Darshan. I'm Darshan. Oh. Darshan, I ridiculed him. You are in a jail. Why you have come here? This topic goes to Darshan. Role of body language. Darshan, role of body language.
Good evening, Toastmasters.
Good evening.
Good evening. So, first thing people notice about you is your attire, how you dress, how you behave, and how you showcase yourself to the outside world. Inside your mind, you might be feeling like Rajinikanth or Hrithik Roshan, but outside people look at you like, I don't want to get into it. So, for example, this Toastmasters, guests come to this Toastmasters, and me myself, when I came as a guest to this Toastmasters, first means a person. I joined Toastmasters mainly because one person, and unfortunately he left. He didn't join this session. He didn't renew his subscription, and it was Shuba. Because when I came, he was an evaluator, and I really liked the way he spoke, also his body language and how he communicated. So that made me join Toastmasters. His body language, his attire had an effect on me to become like him or to become more better than him. So I joined Toastmasters to improve myself, and this is my second session as a member of this club. So thank you.
This topic goes to Toastmaster Sachin. Role of body language.
Oh yes.
He spoke on the board.
Sachin.
They know that topic is
Read the
repeated.
role and goal of body language you can ask. Your topic can be same, goal can be different.
Okay. Is making money is art or a skill?
Yeah, fantastic.
Is making money is art or a skill?
Good evening, everyone. So, is making money an art or a skill? So, in my opinion, I think it's more of a skill than an art, because I think art is more of how you do it's more of an action, whereas skill is something you develop over the years. So to make money, I think you need to develop the right skill and understand. See, there are many ways of making money, but it depends on what you think is right. Like, based on your interest, you need to understand what you need to do to make money. Now, for example, say if digital marketing is your passion, you should be good at video editing, how to handle technology, those sorts. So if you develop that skill, automatically you will be better at it, right? So indirectly you're not only improving your skill, but also that skill that you developed will help you make more money. So in my opinion, I think it's more of a skill than an art. So back to Toast.
The last topic goes to Ashwin.
Aadishwar.
Huh?
Aadishwar.
That's- Failure is a stepping stone for the success. It all depends upon how you look at a failure. For a positive man, it is a stepping stone. For a negative man, it is a stumbling block. The subject is describe a time when failure led to your greatest growth. Describe a time when failure led to your greatest growth.
So, good evening, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests, fellow Toastmasters. So that one time I felt where I was at my low. So it was first UC. Because I cleared my 10th, I was a COVID batch student, so I didn't have to write my exams. And without writing exams, I cleared 10th. And I got good percentage. I got 88% in CBSE board. So with that, I get a good college. I got into St. Joseph's Pre-University College, all boys college. So then, when I thought I could clear CBSE easily, what is state PUC, state board? I clear it like it is what? It's just a easy task. And all boys college, you will definitely get diverted. Missing classes, going to play, late nights. This all gets you diverted. And even I got diverted eventually. So, first PUC, when I wrote my exams, I was like, oh my god, commerce is not that easy. Accounts, statistics, business studies, mathematics, and I took maths. I don't know why I took basic maths with my commerce. So, for PUC, results were very bad. I somehow cleared it, but it was very bad. And that time I felt, what am I going to do? First PUC is meant to be the easiest out of all your PUC life. It's the easiest where you can enjoy. You have to joined cultural activities and studied. Studying was first PUC is basically very easy compared to second PUC. But first PUC getting very less percentage, I gave a thought to myself, what am I doing? And then I came back, I thought about it, and second PUC, I just got away from those distractions. And that was the point, that was the changing point when I realized that I cannot just get diverted because life has some goals and I have to achieve those goals. So that was the changing point of my life. Thank you.
My dear friends, I am closing to the table topic subject. I would like to conclude. There are how many ways of life is there? Win-win, win-lose, lose-lose, and other things. Which one is the better way? Win-win is neither your way nor my way. Win-win is neither your way or my way. It is a better way and good way. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Toastmaster Veerabhadrappa, for that power-packed session, which was equal to your usual table topic responses. I'd like to just make a small request. Members who can stay back after the meeting, I'd like a lending hand to clean up the meeting room since our Sergeant at Arms has to leave early. Now we will break for 10 minutes. 5 minutes. 5 minutes. Thank you. Welcome back, everybody, after that short break. Let's move to the final session for today, the general evaluation session. Our general evaluator today works as a HR manager at Infocon. She has a passion for storytelling and dramatics that we have witnessed over the months. She's a voracious book reader, full of cheer and enthusiasm. Please put your hands together to help me in welcoming Toastmaster Jyothi.
Thank you, Master of the Ceremony, Toastmaster Shuba, for that wonderful introduction. Good evening, Toastmasters.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Welcome back to the much important session, the general evaluation session, where we learn what went on good and what can be done to make the meeting better in future. I realized general evaluation, when a general evaluator comes, people wait for what the evaluation is going to be. But actually, maybe you can say my thought was quite slow, but today it occurred to me that general evaluation is actually a place where I learn as a general evaluator to speak spontaneously, to observe and to retain the memory to give a feedback of the proceedings of the meeting. And so, bringing back my memory, which has become quite well in this last few years attending to it, Toastmasters meeting. The meeting started at 6:23, which is fairly good. And the business session, we had nothing during the business session, but the VP spoke about the speech slots which has been booked, but all other roles are open for the people to contact her and take up the roles. And then the Sergeant at Arms, Toastmaster Rachana, took over. TGIF, I knew that it was, thank God it's Friday, but what really made an impact was, thank God I am flawed. And it is so much assurance to keep on saying TGIF. I love the way Rachana comes out with very unique stories and makes an impact, creates, she brings an inspiring story. Very well done, Rachana. a suggestion that I would give is Toastmaster Rachana has a very easy and flowing language. So maybe you can work on not to say the words like you know or anyways, because these two words breaks the flow of your language, of your speech, and stops the brings an abrupt stop in the inspiration or the thought process of the listeners. Apart from that, a very well done Sergeant at Arms role, and Toastmaster Rachana again took over the secretary role. I mean, very dedicated and proactive to take up any roles as the ex-com. Very well done, and let's give a big round of applause to Toastmaster Rachana for her Sergeant at Arms and secretary role. Today the meeting was presided by our acting president, Toastmaster Apoorva. I must say Toastmaster Apoorva's confidence behind the lectern is amazing. I love the story that you brought forward about the two pots, one with the crack and the other filled. And the one area that I would suggest, it's not only for Toastmaster Apoorva but all Toastmasters who come behind the lectern, and I have learned this by a suggestion given by the evaluator, that whenever you're speaking behind a lectern, look into the eye of the audience. The more you look into the eye of the audience, the confidence builds up. It may be with one person for a duration of 30 seconds, maybe then shift. As you keep shifting and looking into the eye, the audience get a hold of your speech and they get drifted to listening to the speaker. So maybe if you could look into the eye of the audience, it will be amazing. And I really like your story of Thomas Edison, where he said that where you put up saying that perfection is not the goal, but to embrace the perfection. This was so much close to my heart. No goal is for perfection, but embrace the imperfection. Very well done, and a big round of applause to acting president Apoorva. And then you added the zest and introduced the Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Shuba. Before I speak about Toastmaster Shuba, let's have the evaluation of the speaker, Toastmaster Pasha, by the evaluator, DTF U Bhat.
Madam General Evaluator, fellow Toastmasters, welcome guests, and Toastmaster Dr. Pasha in particular. Dr. Pasha, first let me congratulate you in giving a really power-packed speech today. It is something amazing. We have heard for quite a long time. Great speech. Let's give a big round of applause for that. Let me evaluate your speech under three heads, where you really excelled, in my opinion, and the areas where you can probably done differently, and the area where you can challenge yourself. The first, your strength. The first, what I liked was any speech, that professionally speaking has to have first requirement is credibility. You had great credibility with some 23 years experience as a qualified doctor, dentist. You have written books on root canal treatment, you have written on so many subjects you have written connected with dental health. It makes a speech credible. That is one thing good. And this speech of this kind, first requirement, you should have something important to tell, and you have to tell it in a very convincing and effective manner. That is something you have done really in a wonderful manner. kudos on that. That's the first strength that I liked. And here what happened was, what helped you was, apart from your qualification, your credibility, your excellent communication skills, the way you control the whole stage here, a very purposeful movement from one side to another, your smile and your the way your powerful voice, you have got a wonderful booming voice, your smile on the face, and the way you involve the audience with the rhetorical question at multiple times. That got them interested in your talk, because 18 to 20 minutes is a difficult time for the audience to keep attention. That is the biggest challenge you face, and that is possible only by involving them. That you did wonderfully well. Kudos to you again on that. So these are the two strengths, and communication skills have got. So, and another thing is the easy way, the comfort level you exhibited behind the lecture. That is very much required. In fact, one of the requirement of a professional speaking this way, as per the guidelines, that it is it should look easy and comfortable, but people should not know how much effort has gone behind for preparing this. That's what is importance of this professional speech. Wonderfully done. So coming to areas of improvement, the first, let me confess one thing. I am just basing my evaluation based on that one sheet of evaluation, your guideline, what has gone given, but project guideline I have not received. First, let me clear off the record. Every pathway project is has got two parts. One is a project, another is your speech. The first you have to learn about something about the project, and then your speech should exhibit that you have really internalized that, you understood that. That is the importance of that. So an evaluator has no means to know what you are going to speak or how you are supposed to speak, because we are not privy to that guidelines at all. Our pathways are different, so we don't get to know it. So it's very much important. It's not only for the speaker, for all of the Toastmasters, please make sure that give both the guidelines and the complete project guidelines and the evaluation sheets. Other than evaluator will not be able to do. So I will do my evaluation based on the limited information what you have given me. So as for the areas of improvement, first is your title. You are written title about gateway to health, the doorway to true leadership. What I felt, this your title somewhat diluted the real message what you wanted to give. You wanted to concentrate on oral health, the mouth and all that. But first you started, spent first 5 minutes on telling about leadership, about rhetorical, about leadership qualities, Warren Buffett, and leading yourself. Ultimately you wanted to connect it to oral health by leading yourself and learning yourself. That's what you proposed. But that I felt somewhat diluted the whole message. For a professional speaker with the credibility and the experience of vast experience of your caliber, probably you could have straight away gone into that oral health part of it. That would have added value to that. Perhaps I would have started, given in your position, I would have told some story about something about dental pain, because I am an old patient of a dental lesion. For 50 years I have suffered. And the first root canal treatment used to take 1 month for me, the first when I was 17 years old, about 55 years back. Today it is done in half an hour, 1 hour, root canal treatment can be done. There is a kind of development. So that such reports and such things would have come up, if you had brought about that research, that would have helped the audience. That is one thing I have observed. And another thing is about organizing the speech. Some of the points I felt becomes repetitive. Particularly regarding the bringing your smile. But of course, I liked about that the way you told about you didn't feel qualities, but you feel confidence and dignity in your person by your person, lady who came to you with the fire, with the bad smell, how you could and all. It came out very well. But some of the stories got repetitive. Probably here you could have dealt more on the research on that, as an authority on that, particularly the heart attack, Alzheimer's, hair loss, which causes because of the poor oral health and all that. That research, the orientation of that, everything could have been brought. You are in the best position to explain that. In a professional speech, if it had come, it would get value so much, add value to that. That is one thing. And also that car analogy, about the analogy of car, you said about the preventive maintenance versus breakdown maintenance. How that helps in oral health or overall health, whether it's physical, mental, emotional, or whatever it is. That would have probably added value to it. That is one area which what I felt you could have done better. Thirdly, regarding your challenging, see, this speech itself is called prepare to speak professionally, because you are preparing to speak. You are in your well on your journey to become a professional speaker. So here, what is you have to use this opportunity to take similar speeches in other places also, and take care of all these points and give the multiple speeches. Then you will become a truly professional speaker. That is one is an area of challenging, how to incorporate all these points and give a speech in your other places. Ultimately, it will lead you to become a truly professional speaker. So these are the 2-3 suggestions I've got. Overall, I felt that the way you explained about what it can do, the lead, your taking care of mouth, life begins at your mouth, that's what you said. And it really came out very well. And the wonderful speech, I thoroughly enjoyed it. But having said that, if you had concentrated on some of the speeches and not diluted that message, it would have given more value to the audience. That's what I felt. But I thoroughly enjoyed your speech. I did, as an old patient of dental health, I thoroughly, because I could appreciate what you're talking about. So, wonderful speech. Congratulations. Take up your next project, probably in the same series of speaking professionally. You can take it up, because you got all the qualities of a professional speaker. Only thing, some organization of that thing is lacking. You could have done much better. Congratulations.
Thank you, DTM U Bhat, for that amazing, wonderful insight of the feedback of the speaker. The amazing part of DTM U Bhat for his evaluation is he goes deep into the speaker and gives up areas of improvement, what went on well and what could have been done better. Like for example, he spoke about the opening, how the opening could have been different, and the car analogy, how that would have made an impact if given in a rightful manner. And also he spoke about what went on truly well by Toastmaster Pasha, how well he spoke about his confidence and taking the place behind the lectern. So amazing evaluation given by DTM MU Bhat, and I must say that Toastmaster Pasha's speech really did make an impact, because I don't remember how many years back I have gone to the dentist. And when he said 2 things that really made an impact was prevention is power. We have all heard prevention is better than cure, but I never knew prevention is power. That was amazing. And the other thing that really made an impact with me was his gestures when he said life is, he didn't say anything but just touched. I was like, is he touching, like, is he like thinking, or, but then I realized it was more than his words that came up. And so a wonderful speech and a wonderful evaluation. A big round of applause for both of them. And then comes the most wonderful table topic session by our Toastmaster Veerabhadrappa. I must say, this resounding applause is because we all are delighted to see him behind the lectern hosting the table topic session. Very wonderful done. I must say we all are influenced and impacted by his zest and energy, and the topics were wonderful. It made each speaker to speak in a very different dimension, and it was quite enriching to learn about. The feedback not only to Toastmaster Veerabhadrappa, but anyone who takes up the table topic session, a couple of things. The topic should be given first and then the speaker should be called. Please make sure that the speaker for the table topic are those who have not taken any role. And once the people who have not taken any role come and speak, and then if we have time, we go in with the TAPG role takers. After that, when we still have time, we can go along with the evaluator or general evaluator and other people. So, yeah, that was a couple of suggestions for any person who takes up a table topic session. But all in all, let us give a big resounding sound of applause for Toastmaster Veerabhadrappa. It was entertaining, it was learning, it was, I must say, hilarious also. And for the table topic speaker, the time allotted is 2 minutes, at the most 30 seconds extra, but not more than that. And with that, let me call upon the TAPG role takers. Let me start with the timer, Toastmaster Aadishwar.
Once again, good evening fellow Toastmasters. So here's the timer's report. Meeting number 1337 was commenced at 6:22 p.m. Business session, time taken was 45 seconds. Sergeant Arm speech, time allotted 2 minutes, time taken 2 minutes and 28 seconds. President address, time allotted 5 minutes, time taken is 4 minutes and 27 seconds. Report on previous meeting, time allotted 2 minutes, time taken 1 minute and 57 seconds. Master of Ceremonies, time allotted 20 minutes, time taken 12 minutes 30 seconds. Speaker, prepared speaker, time allotted was 18 to 22 minutes, time taken is 21 minutes 6 seconds. And evaluator for the prepared speech, time allotted was 2 to 3 minutes, time taken 8 minutes 18 seconds. Table topic masters, time allotted 20 minutes, time taken 39 minutes 55 seconds. And the individual speech records are there. And yeah, break time was time allotted was 10 minutes, time taken was 9 minutes 50 seconds. And general evaluation time allotted is 20 minutes and it's going.
Thank you, Toastmaster Aadishwar, for the crisp and detailed report. What I like is Toastmaster Aadishwar involves himself in any role that he takes, whether it is a grammarian, counter, PPE, and his confidence and tone is like booming, and we all like have no other way but to listen to him, and for that we give him a big round of applause. Next we have Toastmaster Ujwal for the counter.
Namaste fellow Toastmasters. Here's the report for meeting number 1337, the Aadishwar report. Starting off with Sergeant at Arms, Rachana, 2 hours. The crutch word was sometimes the same but repeated twice. Acting President, Toastmaster Apoorva, nothing noted down. Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Shuba, 3 hours. Timer, Toastmaster Aadishwar, nothing as such. Counter myself, please let me know if I have used any hours, and so on and so forth. Grammarian, Toastmaster Sachin, 1 hour. Your repetitive word was so. PPE, PP Evaluator, Toastmaster Deepa, nothing noted. First speaker, Toastmaster Pasha, Distinguished Toastmaster Pasha, nothing as such. Evaluator, similarly nothing as such. Distinguished Toastmaster U Bhat. Coming to the table topic master, Toastmaster Veerabhadrappa, nothing noted again. Coming to the topic speakers, Toastmaster Rachana, 1 hour. Toastmaster Prabhakara, nothing. Distinguished Toastmaster U Bhat, nothing as such. Toastmaster Deepa, 1 hour. Toastmaster Pasha, your repetitive word was so. Toastmaster Rahul, you had 1 inappropriate pause. Toastmaster Jyothi, you had 1 inappropriate pause. Toastmaster Das, nothing as such. Myself, please let me know if I've used any. Toastmaster Darshan, 2 hours. Toastmaster Jyothi, 3 hours and 1 inappropriate pause. Toastmasters Sachin, 1 inappropriate pause. Toastmaster Aadishwar, nothing as such. Toastmaster Jyothi as the general evaluator was 3 hours. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ujwal, for that wonderful report. And I must say, today is the first day that he has taken up the role in our club. Of course, he has been a Toastmaster earlier. And I must say, Toastmaster Ujwal has such intense presence of mind and multitasking. He is listening to this speech because there were quite some questions of answers he answered when Toastmaster Pasha asked. And yet he was listening to the ahs and ums. So for this wonderful multitasking, a big round of applause to Toastmaster Ujwal. Let me call Toastmaster Deepa to give the PP evaluation.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters. As a PP evaluator, I have observed there was all phones were in silent mode and nobody has spoken about sex, religion and politics. However, there was 2 entries without, not during applause, and also there was few cross talkings. Let's avoid from next meeting onwards. Thank you so much. Bye.
Thank you, Toastmaster Deepa, for the diligent observation about people who came in during the speech and the crosstalk. I must say, please forgive PP for today's crosstalk and giggling and laughter because the moment invited us to do that. So, but of course, big round of applause to Toastmaster Deepa. And now I call upon Toastmaster Sachin to give the grammarian evaluation.
Good evening, everyone. So I think we can all agree it was a very vivacious meeting today in particular. So talking about vivacious, which was the word of the day, were used by myself and Toastmaster Pasha, Toastmaster Deepa, Toastmaster Das and Toastmaster Shuba. So now coming to some of the good usages in the meeting. So one, greatest leadership is leading yourself. We don't just fill cavities, we also fill dignity, power packed. And another good usage, to be rich, you have to solve a problem of someone rich. Now coming to some of the not so good usages or usages which could have been better. First, introduce to us can be introduce us to. Visit to her can be visitor. Will caught us can be will catch us. She was perfection, she was a perfectionist. More better than him can be better than him because you're already comparing. If you say better than him, it's enough. You don't need to say more better than him. So yeah, that was some of the not so good usages.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sachin. Though we don't see you regularly here, but whenever you come, there's so much to learn from you, and I must say your confidence and your assured mannerism behind the lectern is so contagious. And I very much appreciate your listening skills to bring in not only the good usages, but not so good usage in how it could have been done better. I think that is something remarkable, and we should give a big round of applause to Toastmaster Sachin. And now, please, the ballot is out. You can all give your vote on the ballot. Before I evaluate the MC, I just wanted to remind you of the ballot. And with that, a big round of applause for the TAPG roll takers. And now it's time for the MC of today, embracing imperfection. Wow, what a wonderful theme. I'm sure each one of us relate to it and are feeling so happy that we don't have to be perfect. And I must say, Toastmaster Shuba, when she came behind the lectern, her calm poise, her story, and the way she delivered it really made a huge impact about the value of not being perfect. I like the way she changed her places when she was speaking, and actually it made an impact, and the humor actually enhanced because of the change of place. And one thing that really caught my attention of her, one phrase was 2 harrowing hours. I mean, that was so impactful. It could have just gone away unnoticed, but only because the way she delivered it, it did make such a huge impact. And you also spoke about, the rigidity we build for ourselves. Like you covered saying the very well maintained bushes, the well kept house. I mean, you brought in 3-4 different examples and then connected it how we see that we are so imperfect and we put ourselves down in connecting ourselves with these pictures on the media. And it was like mind-blowing, like wow. So differently you connected it, and what really made an impact to me was the dried leaf. I was like, dried leaf. And then when you draw it, you imbibe, you see the beauty in that imperfection. I tell you, the theme has actually hit the spot, and it has been a very impactful and deep learning session, and you very well connected it with Ramses Medley's introduction. Also, I must say, you never looked into your notes when you spoke about introducing the table topic master or the GE. And I also, for the table topic master, what you say, the power packed speaker is, as a table topic master, he's on the reverse side. So very well, yes. One more thing I must say that again to Toastmaster Shuba, as I said earlier, look into the eyes of the speaker. It adds the confidence. Many a times with the lack of confidence, we do not look into the eyes of the speaker and the vicious circle keeps continuing. So look into the eyes and the confusion, confidence, non-confidence will fade. With that, a huge round of applause to our MC Toastmaster Shuba. With that, I come to the end of today's general evaluation. It was a very hilarious meeting, a very deep learning meeting also, and back to the master of the ceremony.
Thank you, Toastmaster Jyothi, for that encouraging and equally energetic general evaluation session. I have a final message. The road to perfection is always under construction. But accepting our current state and acknowledging our imperfections is the real path to growth. Constantly being imperfect leads us to understand the true meaning of perfection over time. Maybe even redefine it for ourselves, not being too caught up with an ideal and being aware of our present state. So, be your own unique leaf and embrace your imperfections. Now I'd like to hand the charge back to our acting president for today, Toastmaster Apoorva.
What a vivacious, engaging and wonderful meeting that was. I know we were very few in number, but it didn't matter. The energy was intact throughout the meeting. Before we move forward to announce the winners of the meeting, we have with us Toastmaster Chandramouli, who has a message for us from Uttishta Toastmasters. Please welcome him with a huge round of applause.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters.
Good evening.
Thank you for having me here today. Macon and Uttishta have come a long way. Macon has always been a big brother for Uttishta since its inception. It might be U Bhat sir who has competed in our competition and won, explaining how funny a consultant can be, or even DTM, Arjun Raj. Everyone have been there helping us. Why I am here today is to invite each and every one of you for Uttishta's 600 meeting Yashotsava on 26th October, just 20 days from now. It's just, we'll be more than happy, more the merrier. We would like each and every one of you to come, attend, see, celebrate our milestone meeting. Apart from that, I saw how amazing each and every one of you were in the table topics. Sitting there, I was thinking, please don't call me. I'll not be able to compete against each of you. So today, I want to also announce that we are having a competition. First of its kind competition, what we call it as Link and Think. Meaning, it's similar to table topics contest, but with slight twist. The speaker will get a topic from the table topic master. At the same time, he should also link the topic with what the previous speaker has spoken. For all these things, he or she will have only 2 minutes. So, invite each of the Maconians, that's what I hope you, to please, one, come, celebrate with us, also participate with us in huge numbers. We'll be sharing the link with the VP Education. Request you all to kindly come grace the occasion. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Toastmaster Chandramouli. We are all eager to attend your 600th meeting. Sure. Now it's time to announce the winners of the week. The best speaker is Toastmaster Dr Pasha. The best evaluator for the week is DDM U Bhat. The best TAPG role taker is our Grammarian Toastmaster Sachin. The best MTG role taker is the energizer for the evening, our table topic master, Toastmaster Veerabhadrappa. The best table topic speaker is someone who comes behind a lectern and gives a powerful response every single time, DTM K Prabhakara. With that, we come to the end of the meeting number 1337. I would like to request everybody to rise for the national anthem.